Welcome to our Power Apps tutorial. This is a beginner's tutorial, where we will design our first app, a to-do list, backed by a single table to store the data. Power Apps is part of Microsoft Power Platform, a low-code development environment, where you can design applications quickly and easily, without using programming and database languages. So let's go ahead and design our first application. Go to the Power Apps homepage. To create a Power App, click on the Create button. On this page, you have various options which you can use to create an application, including some templates to start with. However, we will start from fresh, and since our app will be based on data, we will click on the Start with Data button. It will take you to your own development environment which you are permitted to use for Power App building. Simply click on the Switch and Create to switch to your permitted environment. Now, click on the Start with Data button, which will take you to another page. Here, you can either use existing data or create a new table. We will start fresh by creating a new table. This will take us to a page where we can design a new table for our Power App. Here we can either use Copilot, SharePoint list, CSV file, or create a new table. Click on the Start from Blank button to create a new table. Let's enter a name for our table first. Now we can add some columns. Let's edit our primary column and rename it to Title. Leave other options unchanged and click on the Update button. Now we have the title of our to-do list item. Now we can add some more columns to this table. We can also add more tables to this Power App using this button. We can do all that from our app design view as well. Therefore, let's save the table and open the app. We will add more columns in design view. So here is our app, and the field we created is also here. Now, let's go to Data, add some more fields by clicking on the Edit Data. This will allow us to edit our table and make changes to it, including add new fields. Now, let's click here to add a new column. Let's call our new column Status. This column will be used to tell us if the task is complete or not. So we will select Choice as data type. Here we can use the default yes/no choice, but we will create our own choices. We will leave other options unchanged. And then we will add our own choices. If at some earlier stage we have already created some choices, we can select them from this list. Or we can add some new choices. First, name the choices for reference. Now, let's add our first choice. And now, the second choice. We can also change the values, but let's keep them this way for now. Now, simply click on the Save button to add these choices to your field. And if due to some reason they are not automatically added, you can look them up in the list and add them at any time. Any choices you create will be listed here for you to select. Simply click on the display name and they will be added. You can now edit them as well. We can change their values as well, so let's do that. Let's set the value for complete to 1 and not complete to 0. And now, let's save the choice and go back to our table field. We can also define a default choice. Finally, we can click on the Save button to save the changes. And here is our field, and as you can see, we can enter a choice here. Now, let's add a date column to automatically enter the date of entry of our to-do list item. Since we want to add this date automatically, we will select Auto Number for the data type. And since the date will be entered automatically, required field does not matter anymore. In the Auto Number type option, we will select Date. And then we will select the format of the date. You can also change the seed value and its minimum value, but we will keep it unchanged. Now, click on the Save button to save the field. And since it is auto-generated field, you cannot add a value to it. Now we need to add another date field, to store the date on which we want to perform this task. We will select date from the data type. Then we need to select the format. And we want to make this field required as well. We will keep other settings unchanged, and save this field. And since this field is date, you can use a calendar as input. Now, let's add a simple text field, to enter the address, or location, where we want to perform this task. Then we can also add a field to enter the name of a person we want to perform this task with. We want to keep these fields optional, as they may not be required all the time. Now we need to add another choice-based field, to record the priority of our task. We will select choice as data type, just like before. This field is required. And now we must add some choices. First of all, we need to add the display name. And then we will add 3 priority levels, high, low, and medium. And then we will save the choices. Now we can add these choices to our field. Now, let's select a default choice. And save the field to our table. Here is our priority field, and we can select one of the choices as well. Finally, we will add an optional tags field, to add some tags if we want to. Now, let's close this edit table window, and go back to our app layout. Let's save this app to our environment. Our layout has only one field, and that is the title. So, it's time to add all other fields that we just created. All we need to do is to click on the Add Field button and select the fields we want to add to our app. And click on the Add button. Now these fields will also be added into our layout. And here are all the fields we created. Our app is now complete. We can also change the theme of our app, using built-in themes. Finally, save the app. And now we can run and test the app. Click on the New button, to add new records. Now, enter your desired information, and click on the Apply button, to save the record. Some additional fields have been added, which we can remove in the design mode. Click on the Exit button, to go back to the design mode. Now, select the fields, and simply press the Delete key, to delete the fields. Let's run the application again and test it. Now, looks much better. Let's add another record. Our application is now complete and working as expected. These apps are adaptive and can be run on various devices, including computers, tablets, and mobile phones. We can use the exit button to go back to the design mode again. Now, if we leave the edit screen and go back to our environment homepage, we will find this app listed there, and we can run or edit this app from there. Simply click on the edit button to go back to the edit mode. We can also edit the title of the app. Currently it is a formula, but we can also add a simple string. To use a string, we must enter the string inside the inverted commas. And this is it. To run the app, simply click on the Run button. We can also publish this app using the Publish button. Let's write a small description and then click on the Publish button to publish this app. Now, let's go back to our environment homepage and run this app from there. Now, let's test this app by clicking on the Run button. Here we have an older version, and we have to click on the Refresh button to update to the newer version of our app. And now we have the latest version, with all the fields we added, the theme, and the updated title. This is how we design apps in Power Apps. Thanks for watching. We hope you liked our tutorial. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insightful tutorials and updates.